we can, talk about computer questions another time.
Um, so you're gonna have more than one session, right?
If this goes well, sure, if people want to do it, yeah, I
I
can
have
talk.
questions, which you're not gonna get to today. I have questions about my iPhone.
Yes,
But you're
I
not gonna
told
get to
you
that
that
today, right?
you could write your questions and I will try to get answers for you. So
Yeah.
just you have my email, email me,
Yes.
or I'll listen again when we finish the recording.
Okay. Yeah, because I would need to go over some things step by step. So, but I'm interested in a lot of the things that are on this list. I'm interested in a lot of those things
Yeah.
as well.
So listen, the reason we did this way is so everybody, these are like total basics that, beginners should know. And I hope we can actually do them, try muting and unmuting. Actually try putting something in the chat. Learn how to use these things today. So you'll be more able to take part in all the Zooms you're in. You won't be you won't always have to ask questions about how to do it. You'll know a little bit more about how to do the things you want to do. Okay? Everybody with that? So I see the first thing we need to do is everybody needs to learn how to mute and unmute. So what you need to do is go to usually the bottom left side of your Zoom screen. I think I'm going to take these questions down for a moment so I can better direct you. On the bottom left side, usually, and I will say usually when I mean if you're on a computer, I mean it's going to be different for an iPhone and iPad, and we can get to that. But just to start with, if you're on a computer, it says on the bottom left, there's a little microphone and it says mute and unmute. So I'd love everybody to try unmuting and maybe then muting again so we know everybody's got it. Deborah, I know you know how, so I'm not going to say anything. Thomas, are you having trouble figuring out how to mute and unmute?
I have two people that have not signed in to be panelists. I keep asking them, but
Yeah.
it's up to them.
If you are not a panelist in this webinar, this is not like a regular Zoom meeting. This is a webinar. And so if you're not agreeing to be a panelist, we can't see you and you can't talk to us. So it would be really smart for you to agree when the little thing, the sign flashes up, do you want to be a panelist? It would be good to say yes so that you can be part of it. I see all 9 people. We have participants, 9 or
Okay,
10. Okay.
there's 9.
So does anybody raise your hand if you still have a problem? Oh, we can't do that if I don't see you.
There's a raise hand there. They could raise their hand electronically too.
Yeah, if they know how to do that. That's another thing we got to cover. Okay, so I'm going to assume everybody knows how to mute and unmute because I see Pat Doherty and Thomas Salisbury are still muted. So
Maybe they want to be muted. It's
yeah, maybe.
Okay, there, I
Hi,
should be
Sandra.
okay. I'm
Okay,
unmuted now.
only one who's muted now is Deborah, and that's fine because I know she knows everything, so I'm not gonna worry about her. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, another basic, is we're gonna learn how to see everybody. How many people are seeing only just themselves? Raise your hand. No, you all know how to get between speaker view and gallery view? Does everybody know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
This is
Okay.
where
yes.
I need to see Thomas and Pat to see whether they're agreeing or disagreeing.
No,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, Pat. So hold on, everybody. We're gonna do really basic stuff to get everybody sort of at a level, certain level before we go into more elaborate stuff. So Pat, you go up to usually the far right corner of your screen where it says View. You see that? Are you on
Uh,
Are you
no,
on an iPhone or an iPad?
Android phone.
Wait.
I
Okay.
don't see. I don't see what you're talking, yeah, I don't see the,
All right, I don't know exactly where it is on an Android, but look around all the different options and buttons you have, and it should say view somewhere.
I'm gonna ask her to start her video.
okay, here it is.
See view? So then you click down, click and hold down on it, and you'll see the options are speaker and gallery. Ah, now we see you, Pat. Okay.
Oh, there
Yeah.
she is. Yeah.
So did you find your view button for where
It
you
says
get
view, I, I hit view transcript and I got knocked out.
We see your picture, but you gotta lift your face up a little.
Yeah, we're seeing just the top of your head, not the
Oh.
top of your glasses and not your face.
There
There
she
we go.
Much better, much better. Now we can, interact better. All right, very good. Every time somebody does something and learns something, applaud them because it's hard stuff. There's a lot to learn here to do it well. Okay, so are you still just seeing speaker, Pat, or have you figured out how to do gallery as well?
No, I've never tried that.
Can you
What
see
do I
all
do?
of us? All 9 of us?
I know I can see Marcia, you, and Judith, and myself.
So I've read that on a phone, if with such small amount of acreage on a phone to see things, you can often only see a few people at once. But I believe there's probably an arrow that lets you go up and down if you want to see more of the people.
Or
You just-
sideways.
Okay, sideways then. So unfortunately, because you're on such a small screen, you may not be able to see the whole gallery at once. But if you're seeing more than yourself, you're on gallery view, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. I've got 4.
Okay, we got past that.
Yeah, I got 4.
Okay. All right, so next thing is how to raise your hand. Um, who doesn't know how to raise their hand?
I think I go back to
Okay,
the dots,
Sandra.
which
So
I don't
down
have.
at the bottom, now this is tricky. This part
Can I
gets,
ask a question?
yeah.
Sometimes when I'm in, on a Zoom meeting, sometimes there is a raised hand available and other times there isn't. Why
Right.
would that be?
I'm going to explain that right now. That was
Thank you.
exactly what I was going to say.
Thank you very much.
At the bottom, there are a number of options. On mine, it's mute, stop video, participants, chats, and a bunch of other things. Now, sometimes if you have your window too small or small enough, you won't see all the options. There'll be 3 dots, which is if you stretch out your screen to be bigger on your which you can't do very well on an iPhone and iPad, so I understand that. But if you make it as big as possible and it still doesn't have enough room, it will do 3 dots at the bottom or
I don't
whatever
see
those
it.
options are. And if you press on the 3 dots, you'll
I
see
don't
all
see
the
the
things
3
that are
dots.
missing.
I don't see the 3 dots.
Well, you may have it big enough to see all the options. If it's big
Okay.
enough, it won't show the 3 dots.
Okay, it's big
Yeah.
enough. Yes.
So if you're looking for something, if everybody ever says, "Oh, it's at the bottom of your screen," and you don't see it, look for the 3 dots, which will only be there if it can't fit everything in. Okay, so can everybody find raise hand now?
Yes.
I see Pat found it, so I'll get to you in a second, Pat.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm
So
kicked out to my homepage.
everybody try raising their hand so I know everybody's got it. Because this is really a help for Zoom leaders when they can't see when there's a lot of people in the Zoom room, they rely on these hands to find out who wants to speak. Okay, Sandra, did you have a question?
No.
No,
No.
I just wanted you to know that I knew how to do that.
Oh, okay. Very good, very good. All right, who's missing? Beverly, you know how to raise your hand, right?
Is that better? And I'm going to mute.
Okay, let's do it this way.
Yes,
If you
yes,
still
yes.
don't know how to
Yes.
raise your hand, then do this. So I'll know that I have to help you. You can, everybody who's trying it can oh, so once you've raised your hand, if you want to bring it down again, which is very polite thing to do, you go back to raise where you did raise hand and click it again, and it will disappear the hand. Okay?
Got it. Yeah.
Who doesn't get it so far? Anybody have questions so far? You got all
Marcia's the
those
only
things?
one with
All
the hand
right.
raised.
Okay. I did use the 3 dots. So next thing to know about is how to use chat. Does everybody see chat down at the bottom? Anybody not know how to use chat? Okay, everybody, all know how to get in.
Wait just a second. Sandra doesn't know how to use chat.
Okay. So down at the bottom, there will be a little quote sign, quote box sign, and usually and would say chat under it. So if you click on that, a chat box will open somewhere.
Oh.
Okay, and if you want it, all right, everybody try putting something in the chat so we know we've got it.
I just did say
Sandra?
hi. Did you get it?
Yes, I saw the hi. I see the hi.
Okay.
Sandra, I don't know exactly how it looks on yours, but at the bottom of mine, it will say 2 hosts and panelists right now and type
Oh.
message here. So try
Okay.
putting something in there, whatever. Very good,
I
everybody.
have a question.
Yeah,
Can you chat only with one person or it goes
yeah,
to
that's what I was going to
everybody?
explain next. Oh, you guys are right on top of this. Okay,
Now, how
so
do I
you have
send?
to
I
be,
just hit
you have to
enter?
be,
1 second.
you have to be careful in chat because see where it says 2 hosts and panelists? If you click down on that, it will give
Yeah.
you a list of everybody who's in the chat,
Right.
who's in the Zoom, sorry, and you can pick them. And then you can send them a private message. And then once you do that, you have to be very, very careful because it will keep that for your next chat. And if you don't change it back to everybody, it'll just send to that person again. It doesn't revert to everyone. This causes
How
a
do you
lot of
send it?
problems in a lot of chats, a lot of Zooms. Who's needs a question?
Oh.
I
Judith?
sent you a question in the chat regarding the chat, regarding the
Yeah,
chat.
all right, I'm gonna do that next. Do that next. Oh,
How do you send the message?
all right, so
Ja-
first, does anybody have a question just how to get to chat and use it? Who's left? Sandra.
How do you send it once you type it?
Just hit return on your
Enter.
keyboard.
Enter.
Oh, okay.
I have a question. Why does it say from me? In other words, nobody knows what name that is. You see, mine says me to everyone. Hi. Why does it say me? I mean,
It will tell us who you are when it's sent.
I sent it.
You are me till you send it.
I did.
Who did you send it to?
Everyone.
I see a hi from you, Beverly.
But do you have my name?
Yeah,
Yes.
it says Beverly
So
and
I
Dave
don't.
Dale.
I don't have my name. Okay, so I don't
Yeah,
have.
well, if it's at the bottom
Oh,
where it
okay.
says right, if you send it, it just says me or something
To
like
me.
that.
To
So,
me.
and it's usually a different color, the one from you. Maybe not on yours, but on
No,
mine
I don't
it
know.
usually is. Okay,
Okay, not important.
so
No, it is a different color. You're right.
so I want to practice this again. Judith Rice sent me a direct message, but everybody else go down to where it says probably says 2 hosts and panelists and pick me and send me something so that you know how to send a private message. Try doing that.
What's your name?
Marie.
Marie.
Yeah. Or it might just say host.
Marie.
It
Okay.
might just say host. I don't know how it goes on everybody's.
But it's on my chat, but not anybody else's but yours. It says direct
Right.
message.
Right.
Oh, very good.
Right.
That's good. I didn't know that.
Okay, everybody's getting it, how to do that. And then you have to remember to go and revert back to everyone or hosts and panelists if you want everyone to see it.
Right.
Who
Ja-
needs to ask a question for this?
I just want to make a comment, Debbie,
Yeah,
that when you are telling people it's private, it means that during the time that everyone is seeing the chat, that only the people who, in other words, it's not 100% private, because later on, the people who have access to the transcripts will be able to see
Oh, that's good to know.
everything you've written.
Oh, thank you.
So
I
it's
didn't know that
not
either.
right. It's what it is it is a direct message, but not really private for everyone, because
Deborah,
anyone
when
who can.
I've copied the text, I don't see the when the other people's chats to each other. I only see what was allowed for everyone. Are you sure about that? Because
Zoom will tell you that
okay,
that there's a lot of different settings, and there's like probably all the permutations, probably hundreds of settings and variations. So when Zoom tells you that you have access to the entire transcript, that means anyone who has sent something to an individual will be viewable in the transcript.
Okay,
So
So you
thank
that's
have to
you.
watch
yeah.
you have to watch what you say.
Yeah,
Yeah, in other
don't
words,
say.
yeah, in other words, like the people, like I never look at the chat when I am doing the rendering of the video, because I don't use it, but I don't use it for anything, but
Yeah,
it
don't
is
say what a
it is
terrible webinar
accessible.
this is or something like
Yeah,
that.
Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
It is accessible to the people who have the admin or who administration on the account, or people who have been sent that text file. Anytime it's
Okay,
transmitted, it's not
okay.
thank you.
guaranteed to be private.
That's really good to know for the
Yes, it
future.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now if once you've got at the well, actually, I do it more than once in a meeting. I save the chat because you never know when a Zoom room is going to go down. And if it's really precious to you, like my Yiddish classes, I want to get everything that the teacher put in there. I'll save it numerous times during the thing. But if you just want to get it at the end, you can wait till the end. So everybody have their
What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean.
okay. Everybody have the chat
Yes,
dialog box open. You can see it. All
yes,
right, down on the lower right, usually, there's 3 dots,
yes,
okay? If you press down on that, it says save chat.
yes.
So go and
Oh,
do save chat,
oh,
and
wow.
and then immediately after you do that, above that it will say chat saved, and then it says show in Finder. See
Folder.
that?
That folder, yes.
No,
Okay, click on show in Finder.
showing
Folder,
folder.
folder.
Yeah.
Mine says folder.
Okay, whatever it says, show
Yeah.
in whatever.
Oh, wow.
What that
I
does is
don't,
I don't see this.
all right, hold on. Let's explain, and then I'll help anybody who's not getting it to work, okay?
Oh, wow.
okay,
So what it does is it pops the folder
Yeah.
with the chat in it right up in front of you so that you don't have to go looking for it later.
Oh, my God. I thought
So-
it disappeared.
Huh?
I thought the chat disappeared after the Zoom
Yeah,
is
that's what
over.
I
It
thought.
does after the class is ended. No, you can't get chat anymore. And if
I
if
sometimes
Zoom,
save it and I send it to you, Beverly. So
yeah.
I'll try to save it when we
Chat?
have the Houston.
And if Zoom suddenly goes down, you've lost all the chat before that. So
Yeah,
that's
Okay.
why, if it's important to me, I save it. Whenever I remember, I go over and save it again.
yeah.
So
I never heard. That's wonderful. Thank you.
okay. So
Oh,
now,
showing. Now I see showing folder.
okay. So now, if you go and again, and you hit the 3 buttons, the 3 little dots, and you do save chat, and it doesn't say show in Finder, it means that you have to wait till somebody puts something new in the chat to save it again.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
What folder are we talking about in here?
Doesn't
Showing.
matter.
Chat.
All right. Hold on.
Sorry.
Where chat gets saved, if you somehow forget to do all this, is in a folder called Zoom, which in Mac is in the Documents folder. I'm not quite sure where it is on Windows. Does somebody else know?
Yes, it's PC, Windows also. Zoom is
Okay.
under Documents.
So if you ever forget to do that, and you afterwards or you can actually just check this folder once in a while and see if you forgot to retrieve any chat from anything you were in, because it's always put in a separate little folder with the name of the Zoom that's on it.
Hmm.
But I always like to, whenever I save, I just do that show in Finder if it, or whatever, show in folder, whatever, so that, and then when it pops up in front of me, I just hit the minimize button so that it stays down away from my view. And then later when the Zoom is over, I just go and move the folder for that particular Zoom meeting out to where I want to save it. It's okay. Who has questions? Who didn't understand any of that?
Yeah, no question.
Later on,
Uh,
you can rename the chat
Right,
text, to the topic for that Zoom meeting.
right.
uh,
Okay, everybody understands about how to save chat? No, Sandra, what's your
No,
question?
I don't see anything to save. It says record on this computer, Alt R, or raise hand. That's all it says.
No, okay, you're in the wrong place.
Hit to
Da-
chat.
Down at the bottom of where all the options are, where participants and share screen and record and stop video. Do you see all of those options wherever it is on your setup?
No. This is, you mean on the,
Where did you find the mute button?
okay.
You're the one on Android, right, Sandra?
Yes, I'm on a,
Okay. Where
no,
did
I'm
you
not on a
find
phone. I'm an IBM or whatever.
Okay, where did you find the mute button? Go over near there where you have mute and stop video and start video
Yes,
and look around there. You should be a lot of other options.
I see stop video,
Keep going.
participants, Q&A, chat.
Yeah,
share
keep
screen.
going.
Chat is the one to
Chat,
save.
chat, that's the one you want, chat.
Right.
Click on chat and a box will open up with the chat in it.
Oh. Okay, something opened.
All right, now, do you see at the bottom it says type message here?
Say what?
Type message here.
Yes.
So try putting anything in there. Say hi to us.
Actually, she could click the three dots on the side and it will say save chat.
Yeah, I want to just let her learn how to use chat
Okay.
to chat. So
This one is to Maurive. Oh, I could.
whoever, send it to whoever. Just type something in there so I know that you've got it.
Okay.
All right, now you know how to use chat. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I kind of don't want to spend a lot more time on how to save it because everybody else has got it. So
Okay.
maybe if you want to stay at the end, I'll show you again how to do it. Okay.
Okay.
yeah,
Great.
I need to know how to save it as well. This is Pat.
Oh, all right. Well,
The three dots on this side.
one more time. On the lower right of that chat box, it's called a dialog box when something opens with something in it. So at the
Yeah.
lower right, there are three dots. Way at the bottom. You have to be down at the bottom.
Lower right. Oh,
Usually right next to type message here, where you typed in your message, right above that, there's several options, one of which is three dots.
yeah, I don't see any three dots.
In the chat box. Look only in the chat box.
Yeah, not on their main Zoom screen. This is in the chat box.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I don't see it.
Oh, maybe we should spend time with you at the end then, because
Yeah.
the others are more advanced.
Pat and
Okay.
Sandra, we'll answer these.
Later, and we'll help you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
fine.
All right. So
Thank
one
you.
other thing I wanted to say about chat before I end is sometimes there are some Zoom meetings where where the host has prohibited you from using the save box, the save option.
Mhm.
And sometimes I see something really interesting in there and I can't get copy to work. So go to any individual chat and kind of hover over it and you'll see right just to the right of just that chat there are also another three dots. Everybody see what I'm talking about? Just an individual chat. If you hover, there will 3 dots will appear to the right of it. Like here, Pat Doherty said, "Thank you, Marie." I'm hovering over it.
Hover over what? The name,
Over the message,
word?
the chat that somebody chatted.
Yeah,
The
no, it's not.
individual chat that somebody chatted.
Yeah, for me, it has a straight up sign. It's not allowing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe I don't have that.
Huh.
Didn't see it either.
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Or
No, I-
Over the name, yes, over the name. Aha,
It may hover over in the
Over the name.
participants.
okay,
Yes,
maybe
you're
it's
right.
on some of
Maybe
them.
it's participants.
All
Yes,
right.
yes.
All right. So if you click down on that, it will copy just that individual chat.
It says select all. I just usually just say copy. I put my,
I
I
know,
highlighted-
but once some Zooms are set up so it won't let you copy. Or I don't know what happens, but sometimes you can't copy and it's something you really want. Then I take a screenshot of it if I can't get anything else to work, which we're going to talk about how to do. But
No, but
meantime,
I
if-
highlighted and it allows me to copy.
usually 95% of the time that
That's
copy
what I do.
works. But if you ever want to do just that individual chat, you can use this 3 dots. It will copy and then you have to go put it somewhere like in a text file or something.
Yeah.
You know, it will put it into your copy memory. Everybody know what I'm talking about?
I can't find the other one. No.
Usually I like when there's a link, somebody provides a link in the chat, that's when I want to copy it.
Right.
Do copy.
Oh, that's another thing I wanted to mention. Thank you. So yes, you can do that. If somebody puts a live link like https://www, you can either copy it and then go to your browser and paste it in the top of your browser, or 99% of the time it's blue and it will, all you have to do is click on it. It will go and open a browser, whatever your standard set browser is, the main one you use, and it will put the URL in the top already and open that website page. So you don't always have to copy it. And actually, I want to teach you a trick before I forget. Let me open a website of any kind of website.
I only see 3 dots on the bottom where it says save chat. But the one you said now to save the individual chat, I don't find another.
Okay, you
I didn't
have
see
to
it either.
hover. You have to hover over it for it to show up. The 3 dots
You
aren't
know
there.
what? Next time it might work better when I do it in a regular meeting because I don't see it either. So it may be something.
Actually, let me share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. Maybe seeing it visually might help. So let me bring my chat up. How do I get my chat to come up?
Nice photo.
Thank you. Chat, come on. Oh, here's chat. This stupid bar they put when you're sharing your screen. There's this bar that always comes up and hides things. It drives me nuts. Okay, can everybody see my
right-click.
chat?
And hide floating meeting controls. We'll remove that from you.
Oh, thank you. I like learning stuff. Hide video panel.
Hide floating meeting controls is what you want to click off.
All right,
Click
I'll
on
try it.
and that will remove it.
Thank you. I'll try it later. So can everybody see my chat now? Right here?
Picture. This is the picture.
No,
Yeah.
We don't see your chat.
Well, if I
we
were
don't see
to,
the chat.
Oh, on the side here, huh?
you
No.
don't see my chat box?
No.
What you
No.
want to do
Oh,
is
interesting. You
go
know,
out
So-
to new
see your
share or
list.
share screen and then
We-
pick it up.
We
Pick
see
up
your
the
no,
one
list.
where you see the
no,
chat.
it's up. You know what happens is Zoom will hide stuff that's about Zoom. Like you guys don't see my gallery, do you?
No.
No,
Yeah, I have you all open. I'm seeing a whole gallery of you and you can't see it.
I do. I see you, Gal. I see all of us. But
No, that's
we
on
see
yours.
yours.
On the side.
No, that's yours, probably not mine. It thinks I think Zoom think it's being convenient by not letting you see all the things that you're using in Zoom. You know, it just goes to your desktop and all right, so I guess I can't do it. Although what I can do is take a screenshot. Hold on. Okay, can everybody see that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so I
Yes.
can't show you, it's not active. This is just a picture. But if
Mhm.
I were to hover here, then 3 dots would appear. See how there's no 3 dots right now on any of them?
Right.
But if I hover, and some of you are telling me that you need to hover here, but if I hover, there will be 3 dots that appear here on the individual chat.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Do you have to hover on the message, not the name?
It says
I'm not,
direct.
it sounds like it's different on different setups. So just, I would just do this until I figure out where it, where it activates it.
Okay.
Okay, somebody asked me a question and I was going to answer it and I forgot what it was about the chat. How to see it. Here's the 3 dots at the bottom that I was telling you about.
Yeah, there.
Here's where you type your message in. I'm sorry, somebody asked me a good question and now I can't remember what it was. So,
Not about it wasn't about the links, right?
Wait,
oh, about the links, right. Oh, okay, I know. Thank you. I remember what it was. Okay, so here's a nifty trick that very few people, beginners, know. See my Facebook page here with ethnobotany? Everybody see
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Any if you click on a link in Zoom and it opens that page in your browser, anytime you're on a web page, see this the little F, the little icon to the left? It'll be different. It'll have different visual appearance on lots of websites. If you click on that, whatever that icon is, and drag it, it will make a link. See this? I just saved a link to this page. See that?
On your desktop.
Right. I dragged it, and whenever I click on that, it will open that URL again. It's a way to save links quickly and easily.
But
Everybody,
you're not talking about Zoom. You're talking about any
I'm
website.
talking about just using a computer in general.
Okay, good.
But a
good.
lot of people get very upset when they see a link in the chat and then they think
Mhm.
they have to copy it and then they think, oh, I've got to save it to a text file. I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
if somebody tells you a link in the chat, just click on it, it opens it right there, and then quickly you can just save the link for later to go back to it.
But it has to go into the browser first.
Right,
Yes.
right. It will open the browser with that URL link
Mhm.
page in it, and then you just quickly drag it off to your desktop. You can shut the window, and later on, there it is. You can go back to it.
Very good.
Okay,
Any,
works.
any
It works
any
all the
more-
time,
any
not
more
just for.
tricks?
Huh?
Any more tricks?
Oh, I've got a million of these, but I find this is one that a lot of beginners don't know, and it's a really super easy way to quickly save your link to get back to it later without having to worry about how do I copy it and where do I
Yeah.
save it. Okay,
So
all right,
dragging it, by dragging it, you save it, right?
right. It saves it to your desktop, and then handy you can go back to it later and remember that you want to look at it and check it out. Okay.
It says it's like number 13, right? Save a link to whatever.
Right. I know I was going to get to it later, but it worked out better to say it now. Okay, next thing is sometimes you want to know if somebody is in the chat, in the Zoom room. You have a friend, you've been waiting for them to show up and you don't see them, especially if it's more than one page. The gallery is like 3 pages. You have to there's so many people that it fills more than one screen. So I want everybody to know how to use participants. So I think you can't see this, but if you go to the bottom, you'll see one of the options again is participants. Everybody can find that?
I think you have to unshare your screen, right?
Find a
Oh,
participant.
yeah. Get out of the screen share so they could find their, that's it.
Everybody see it down right now? It says 11 next to it, and if you
No.
click that, a new dialog box will open, and it will list everybody in it. Okay,
I
that's
don't
in
know.
the.
I don't know where it is. Where do you see participants?
Again, go back down to where you have mute and stop video and chat and share screen.
Oh, down there. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
practically everything you want is in that. Wherever all those are, if you can't find something, go look for it there. That's
Have
where,
to keep looking at the bottom or the top.
yeah, wherever it is on your setup.
Right.
Okay. And I want to show you a handy thing. Once in a while, does everybody know how to change their name?
Mm-hmm,
No,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I
Okay.
No.
want to know.
All right. I should ask this the other way. Who doesn't know how to change their name?
Me.
Okay,
I
a
don't.
few of you. All right. So when you see your, I wish I could show this. Oh, I can't show this. I don't know how. All right. On your picture, where you see your picture,
Yes.
at the upper right, usually,
Oh.
again, there are 3 dots.
Mm-hmm.
Next to it, it says mute, which is a place you can mute and unmute on your own picture. But and you have to hover to see this. You know, until you,
Rename. Okay. Rename.
yeah, there are 3 dots, and one of the options, there's a bunch of options there. One of them is rename, and that's where it opens a little box.
Very nice.
And so
Okay.
if you come in and it just says iPhone or somebody you borrowed you're on somebody else's computer or whatever, you can change it to your name, which is really helpful for other people who don't remember names well, like me. So,
And you can do it next to your name too. On the
um,
participants list, you can do it next to your name.
right, that's what I was going to show you. Go to your name in the participant list and hover over it. And it will say mute, and then it will say more. And under more, there are several options. One is to rename.
And more. Okay. Yes.
Everybody
Pin.
got that?
Yeah. Pin or rename.
Okay, who has questions up to here, or else we'll move on to something else. Everybody understood, except for the ones we're going to help later.
Okay.
All right, now we've actually gotten past, those are the basics. Those are like the things every user should know. Now we're going to get a little fancy here, okay? So, how to get to your settings. I think I get this figured out. Oh, there's a lot of things you can only do in your settings. So everybody, I know it's different on PCs and it's probably different on iPhone, but if you go to where you see the various options, menu options, where you see Zoom, the Zoom option. Oh, I wish I could show this. All right, let me take a screenshot and show you what I'm talking about.
You can also get there by right-clicking on more and rename, and then it'll take you to all your
Right,
settings.
in the participants.
Or choose virtual background or choose video filter, all of those.
Yeah.
When you say you're taking a screenshot, are you using a
I'm gonna explain that later. That's a little more advanced, so I don't want to do it right away. I want to finish it. So here's what it looks like on mine, and up here at the very top where I have my Apple icon that I could do Apple things with, there's all my options. And on PC, where is it on PC? I think it's down at the bottom or
Down the
on the
bottom,
left. Yeah. And then
under
you
mute,
can have your stuff
top
arranged
menu.
differently so it's at different places. But it's where all these things where, all the things you can do in Zoom. Okay? If you click down on this icon, the Zoom icon, I'm going to hover over it and hope you can see it over here, right?
Um,
So this is a picture, so I can't do it, but if you hover over that,
No, I don't see anything.
Oh,
Well, I get the settings under, there's an arrow next to mute or video. That's where I go into settings.
you can go there too. It gives you multiple ways to get
I
there.
have just accidentally found a new way. If you want, just take 1 second. Over here where it says meeting information, hit meeting information. Then there's a little settings button on the right side, and you hit that, and everything comes up.
Wait, Marcia,
Hit
slow
meeting
down. Where do
information.
you see meeting
Right,
information?
where
I
do you
don't-
see
On
that?
the top, there's like a shield, a very tiny shield. It's got
Oh,
an X in it,
yeah.
and it says meeting information.
Okay, that's at the far left, up the top
Far
far
left.
left. Yeah,
It's in green. On me, it's in green.
right. Yeah, I
And
see
on
that
the
now too.
right-hand side, it's my webinar. It tells you all my information, but there's a settings button on the right side.
Yes.
And it goes
Okay.
right into
Not
settings.
on mine,
everything.
not on mine there isn't.
On everybody's, it should work.
No, I don't see it.
Where,
No.
where does it say settings? I don't see a settings.
Did
I
you
don't
hit
see settings either.
first hit the meeting information?
I did.
Yes, and it says my webinar and you're on.
Uh-huh.
It says my webinar, blah, 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 everything. But look on the right side, there should be a settings button.
Preferences, says preferences. No.
On the right side, what does it say on yours?
Oh, yeah, I don't, now it's. oh,
Took
me
it, I
settings.
don't,
I didn't do it.
Well, just hit the green shield. All
it
right, we'll
didn't have
play
settings,
around with
didn't
it.
have
But then
settings when I
another
did
way to
it.
do it is on the bottom. On the bottom is the mute button and the video button.
Right.
If you
Yes.
click on the or you can
The
go
arrow.
into audio settings, or else you can go on the video, go into video settings. But from there, it leads to everything else. But the carrot's on the bottom.
Oh,
You
Well,
can
what do you
hit-
need it for?
You needed to change
Oh,
the settings.
all kinds of things are in there that we
You
can
need to
talk
change your
about.
volume. You need it for
Oh,
many
wow.
things. Yeah.
No, wait. I want to say a lot of things that are in the settings, there are also buttons for on the main Zoom screen. So you don't always have to go to settings to do a lot of stuff. But if you want to do fancy stuff like change your things on your profile or get a background or change your audio settings, it's all in there. Okay. Let's see. Am I sharing? Can everybody see this? The settings?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to show you. I don't know if this will work, but can everybody see a new window that came up? It says, let me get rid of this. That's you probably can't see this. It says back to meeting, join, schedule, share screen. Can everybody see that?
Can
Probably
you
not.
shut the do you need this now? Your picture
gonna-
that you're showing.
I'm gonna take a picture so I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, can everybody see that now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so every time that I go into a Zoom room, I've been invited to a Zoom room, and I go into the Zoom room, and I, or like from my email, it brings up a big browser screen that says launch. When I do that, this thing comes up, this window comes up, and I think a lot of people just click the red button and get rid of it. But if you keep it, I just hit the orange button, the minimize, and I keep it down on my, options for later if I ever want to do something. This is right here. This button here is what will get you to all your settings as well. And here's where you can change your profile picture. So if you see this come up, don't just click and get rid of it. Save, minimize it, so that you can go to it later. It's got, again, it's another way to get to the settings where you can do a whole ton of stuff. Okay? Okay. Whew. There's a lot to explain. Let's see. Judith, and then I see, has somebody put, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am unable to have any background because I don't have a sufficient, my
Yeah.
computer is older. So if I use a background, it becomes like pixelated. I mean, it's
Right.
horrible. So
Right.
I can't use any backgrounds, unfortunately.
Yeah, you have to have enough power.
Hmm.
And I mean, you guys don't understand. I'm trained in graphics. I did graphics for a living, and I had to learn how to move to the computer from the old, T-square and and knife and all that. So this little picture of us, each of us, you don't understand how much power that's taken. There's like a million pixels in this thing that's making this. And when you move like that, it really, really works it. If people sit there and talk like this, and I'm like, hold still, it will, it won't go out. But Zoom is amazing. You don't understand how much, I mean, you couldn't have done this on a computer 10 years ago. It's just really intensive.
I
You
just
see
want to
how that looks? You see if I put a background, how it looks?
Yeah.
oh, you don't need it. I just want to say one thing. In Zoom, everyone has a front seat.
Right.
Key.
Right.
I love
Yeah.
that saying.
But
What?
I mean, we are getting numb to this stuff, and since I started from the very beginning of computers, I know this is amazing what Zoom is doing. Absolutely amazing.
And one, it's bringing people together from all over the world.
I'm not talking
Yes.
about the social aspects, which are also amazing, but just the technology of this. Everybody's starting to take it for granted, and I mean, blows your mind if you started from early computers that we're able to see everybody. It's like a different little movie of each of us, and we can see all of it. I mean, if you can't get it to do something, just be so grateful that technology got this far.
The reason why I wanted a background is because I'm in several acting classes.
I'll try to help you, Judith, individually.
Yeah,
My
and-
computer's older though. What kind of power? How much power do I need for a?
I
to have
can't
the
give you a
background?
number. I don't know what.
Okay.
And
We'll play around with that. We'll see what works.
yeah, and if let me finish some more basics, and if
Sure.
we have time, we can go into settings, and I can show you all the fun stuff like how to change your background. And there's a wonderful thing I just learned where in the evening I don't like to have a light on because it hurts my getting to sleep. I have skylights, and I like to just have the evening, get darker and darker.
Sure.
And people were moaning because they can't see me, and it turns out Zoom has a setting where it will gradually lighten your face. If you're in a very dark room, it will lighten your face so that people can see you, which is
Wow.
it's just amazing. Okay, let's finish the basics, and then we'll go to the fancy stuff. So,
I'll be right back.
does everybody, a lot of times I see people waiting for the host to end the Zoom meeting. They're like sitting there like, I want to leave, but I don't know how. So I want to make sure everybody knows how to leave. Down at the bottom right, or for Vera or anyone else, wherever all those other options were, the mute and stop video and participants and chat and all that stuff, it will say leave.
Yeah, it's here.
Everybody know how to do that? And don't
Yes.
click it now because I think once you say leave, it will say, do you really want to leave or something like that. But
No, it really doesn't.
yeah, you don't have to wait for the host to end it. You can leave when you want to by hitting that leave button. Okay.
The screenshot, please.
Okay. All right. Is anybody else but me on a Mac? Because then it's very, very simple. No? Everybody's on a PC or an iPhone or an iPad. All right. Marcia, do you know how to do it on a PC? take a screenshot?
Okay, yeah. Just on your keyboard, you have a keyboard. It says print screen.
But that's
It
all.
It should
it
say it
says
on your
what?
keyboard.
Oh, that's the keyboard, but what about a
Yeah,
phone?
what you type on. Do you have a type? Are you able to type on a keyboard? I
Yes.
don't know if
Yes, yes.
Where's
like the
it
keyboard.
is at the top?
Uh,
Mine
What
is
do
at the
you
top.
what do you type?
the
No, it
keyboard
says
that you
print screen.
you have a. Are you on? I think she's on a phone. I don't know if it works the same, but on the key. On the
Yes,
computer, if you
yes,
have a keyboard,
yes,
right on the right side, there's a place that's on the very top. You know, it says
yes,
F1, F2, all those F things there. And then it says print screen. If you hit the print screen, then it'll
yes.
take a picture of everything.
And where does it go?
And then you paste it.
Trying
It
to
goes
find
to
it.
your clipboard. So then
Yes,
you go to some kind of a Word document. I use Libra
I see
because
it,
it's
okay.
free. I use all Libra. It's like Microsoft. If you have the Microsoft program, you pay for it. But Libra is a free one. So I have that. And I just open up my Word document and paste it in there, and it's a picture.
It went to my OneDrive.
In color?
thank you,
Okay.
thank
Yeah,
you.
well, that's good. That's what it is.
And so,
I also made in the document you were talking about settings. Well, sometimes I want to use all those numbers up on top, F1, F2, F3, all those that are on the top of your keyboard.
Right.
If your mouse is not working right, or if you want to do something fast, if you wanted to open up your sound, you could just alt whatever, or just alt, I think would open up the sound. And I typed it up because it wasn't typed anywhere. So I could send that to everyone.
How did you, oh, please, how did you know what F1 and all those Fs
That's
stand
what
for?
I'm going to send you, what you could use in Zoom.
That
I'll
would be
send you an
great.
email with
Oh,
everything.
good,
yeah.
thank you, thank
That's a
you.
Because
great help.
But
I typed it up, and I've been wanting to use it myself, but I didn't always know what to do. And
Right.
so
I thought it was outdated.
yeah, it's outdated, but it's useful.
Yes,
Sometimes we need it when your mouth sometimes your mouth
yeah,
doesn't work right.
that's one thing to know about modern computers. Where we're at now with computers is that almost anything you want is in at least three different places.
Hmm.
Up at the top, there'll be all the menus, and then there's ways to do it from the keyboard, and then there's sometimes things, various other, um, like if you hold your mouse down, or you use control click, or I forget what it is on PC, more
Yeah.
options will come up. It's not, I mean, that's a benefit, because sometimes something doesn't work, and then if you know another way to do it, you can go to that. So
Yes, and I'm going to send you I have it ready
Thank you.
the
Thank
email.
you.
Sandra Dan, I'm not sure what your email is. I sent to so many people, so I don't know what list you were on. So if
Um,
you could just
You
let me
don't
know.
have my email. I don't think you have my email, do you?
You could give it to me now. I probably have your email,
you
but
do.
I don't know who you are as far as emails go. So just
Eh,
give it to me again.
Well, send
Zabi.
it, put it in the chat.
if
Z
you
is a
can,
zebra.
Vera,
Yes.
practice by putting it in the chat.
Okay, yeah,
Go and
put it in
type
the
it in
chat.
the
I'll look in
chat.
the
That will
chat.
be a good practice for you. Okay,
Okay.
now
All right.
I want to tell everybody why screenshots are valuable. What you can do if you're in a Zoom room and someone is giving an
Okay.
interesting
Okay.
lecture.
Let me try. How do I
All right.
make it to Marcia only?
No, that's okay. Just send it to everybody. It's not,
Yeah,
unless you don't want everybody to.
Send it to everybody. Let's see. How do
Yeah.
I? 1 second. 1 second. I have to go somewhere else here. Uh,
yeah, you did
this
it.
is now.
Oh,
Wait.
so that was Sandra. Sorry.
Wait. I don't know where to. 1 second.
Are you getting it, Marie? Because I didn't get
Wait, I
Sandra.
can't even find now. Right now, I can't find chat. Okay, chat. No,
No,
it's not. Something is wrong. And the
all
chat,
right,
the
Vera,
chat.
we're going to help you afterwards. So right now,
Yeah, just tell me what it is.
yeah,
I'll write it
just
down quickly.
yeah.
Okay, it's a Z like a zebra. Zabi, ZABI 1513 at AOL.com.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, if you actually got my email, so I know you're in there somewhere. So, but I don't know where. Okay, now
Okay.
Sandra, I just need quickly, what's yours? Did she
I
send
did.
it to you?
No, Sandra's is in the chat.
I didn't get it. Isn't that weird?
It's the last one.
Oh, it's to me. All right, so here I will copy and I will paste
Yes,
it in
just
here.
make sure that I get it.
Oh, I don't know why.
There, to hosts and panelists, it should be to everybody now, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
DANN.
you.
So I want to explain why screenshots are so important, why they're so useful. Is if you're in a Zoom meeting and someone is giving a lecture, like they share their screen and they show a map or they show the words to a song. We do that in the Yiddish groups. You know, a lot of times the host will put up a song. You can take a screenshot of it and save it as an image.
That's great.
I mean, you don't have to just let it go by and you never see it again. If it's valuable to you, you can take a screenshot now. Okay, I don't do it as much as I do because my computer is running out of room because of all the images I've saved. But I have a treasure chest on my computer. I can go back and look at anything that I found valuable in any meeting I was in.
So,
Okay.
so the justice will be sworn in after, probably when you finish, and she's going to speak, the new justice,
Oh,
Jackson.
okay.
So you guys might want to tape it, record it. From
That's
the,
a little advanced for this group, but
no, from the TV.
oh, okay.
I don't know how
okay.
to do it here either, from the TV.
I know
I
how
just-
to do it
I
here, but
just
we
put it
won't.
on
We're
record.
not going to get to that today.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
All right. So that's why screenshots are great. Also, if you have a book, something that you want to show people, or anything you want to show people, if you want to share it on Zoom, you can take a screenshot of it and then you can hold it up and, show it. So the next thing we're going to do is learn how to share screen, which is getting a little advanced, but we've answered all the basic questions, so I'm going to try it.
Well, the
Now,
only thing is, Murray, just tell them that not every host allows you to share the screen.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do, but
when
some.
when a host sets up a meeting, they can there's an option they can say only the host can share the screen or only who I give permissions to.
What does it mean? What does it mean to share the screen?
All right, I'm gonna get to that. If you can't get it to work, you may have to ask the host to make you a co-host. That will almost always allow you to share your screen. So when I'm sharing my screen, that's when we do this. When you see this, okay, I've shared my screen. Another way I can do it, and I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute, just hold on, is you can share just an individual document without sharing your whole screen. Okay?
Yes.
So, like if you want to show somebody something that's interesting that you've got, it's very useful to know. So, hold on, I have a graphic to show you how to do this. Yeah. Okay. So, if your host has set it up so that you can share the screen, then where all those other options are, the mute and the stop video and all the rest of those, there'll be one option that says share screen, and if you can use it, it will be in green. Everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, now only one person at a time can do this, so we're gonna have to go we'll have to take turns, okay?
Okay.
Let me walk you through what happens when when you see that is, let's see, what you get is a dialog box that looks, oh, maybe you can't see. No, this is a screenshot so you can see it. Everybody see this big white thing? And it says desktop and whiteboard. Everybody can see that?
Yes.
All right. This is what you get. It will appear when you say share screen, it will give you these options. When you do, if you want to share just an individual file, you have to have it open on your computer before you do the share screen.
Okay.
It has to be visible to you and open. The other option is to use this just desktop, and that will show your background picture and everything. Sometimes you don't want to use that because you have something up that, or you might make it too cluttered or whatever. Then you'll just choose the individual document. And if you have several documents open, there'll be more options here of other things that you can open individually. Okay? So, who thinks they understand this the best? Let's start with that person and see if they can do it.
What are we going to share? What will we share?
First, you can just do your desktop and, just to learn how to do it without picking a document. Who
I'll
wants
do.
to try it? Okay, Deborah has
Debbie.
done it.
Oh,
Oh, nice, Deborah.
Very nice.
Okay.
So she has that on her screen. Where is that she's showing it from?
A file.
It's a file she had open. Who's gonna go next?
I'll try it, but I don't know.
Listen, you guys. Raise your hand if you want to do it, so we don't all try it at once. Okay, let's dip Vera try next. I saw it work for you already, Vera. So try it.
Okay, so what do I share? How do I share it again?
When that white box, that big white dialog
Yeah,
box.
I see that. Yeah, yeah.
All right, what are the options?
The options: screen, and then iPhone.
Yeah, try
Mail.
Okay, try screen.
Screen. Okay.
I know you just did it and it worked. So
I just did something, right?
Whatever you just did before, it worked.
you have to share it. Once you get something, click on it and
She's sharing
share.
it. Yeah.
Right, click on it.
Wait. Click on the screen and I don't see. No, now I don't know what to do really. No, so what do I do?
Do you see that? Do you see that big white box with different things in it?
Yes, blue, black. Yes.
It's usually the one on the far left is your main screen, your main desktop.
Maybe I make it bigger so I can see it. I don't know.
Here it is. You did.
There you go. There you go.
Now what am I sharing?
You're sharing your mail, which you evidently have open.
I see. I'm sharing my mail.
Oh,
okay.
you're from the center. Yeah, from
Which is
the
this meeting.
from Ocean Avenue.
What?
Okay.
Yes.
So now to stop share, usually up at the top, but it might be elsewhere, there'll be something.
Oh, I see. Stop share. Yes.
Stop share. So that enables you to stop it. All right. Who wants to go next?
Let me try.
Okay.
Now how do I get to my I want to get to my desktop. So just go to the desktop and open
the
up.
The desktop should always be one of the options.
Yeah, just open up the screen share and your desktop.
Start share screen and let me see tell us what options you see in there.
Well, I was trying to show you share a photo, but it's not working.
All right, do you have the photo open? You have to open it before you.
I did open. Well, let me open it first. Okay, just a second.
Yeah, open it up so you can see it.
Then we have to close this, right?
I don't know what you mean by close this. Hold on, let me help Judith first, and then we'll go. Sandra, we'll get to you. It's everybody has a slightly different setup, so we have to do one by one how it works for them. So Judith, do you if you click on share screen, do you see that big white dialog box?
Yeah, but I don't see the photo that I just opened.
You see yourself?
No.
I see everybody. No, I see the screen. I see the screen with everybody.
All right, so click on that. Click on that.
Yeah.
There you go.
There.
Oh, no, wait, a minute,
Oh.
that's the other
That's not
person.
me. That's not me.
Yeah, so the other person has to stop doing it because one person at a time.
Yeah, only one person at a
Mira,
time.
you have to leave and then we let the another person.
But
Vera-
actually, if she says share screen, it will pop up with an option that will stop the person who's currently sharing it.
Oh, okay. All
This
right.
this is behaving as if all of us panelists are co-hosts.
Oh,
Right. Right, because this is a webinar, so we've all got permissions to share evidently. All right, so
Well,
Judith,
all right. So I'm just gonna share my.
yeah, try it.
I'm just gonna share
Yeah.
my email. That's all.
okay,
My
we
email.
got it.
Okay.
Whatever. It just so you know how it works. That's all we're doing right
Now,
now.
how do I get out of? Stop share. Okay,
Stop
I see.
share.
I'm here.
Stop
I
share.
see it.
Okay. Let's do that, and then I'll show you how to share just an
Can you
individual
let
file.
Beverly, it's important for Beverly, so.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
it's
do
not
that.
really, but I don't even know what I'm going to share. What should I say now?
Just share your desktop real quickly, just so
Where it
you know
says
how to.
screen? No.
Screen is your
share.
desktop.
Oh, oh, wait a
Yeah.
second.
Select screen. Yeah.
There
Yeah,
it
you-
is.
See?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Everybody has your note, Marcia.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
where does it say stop? Okay, great. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Great, perfect.
That's just if you want to share a screen. We're going to talk about how to share documents after everybody has the basic. Who hasn't done it yet? Pat, do you want to try it?
I'll try
oh,
it.
sorry. Oh, hold on. Sandra's ready. Okay, let's do Sandra
Okay.
next.
Okay, so what do I do?
You
Share.
click on that green share screen,
I did. Okay, now I
and
see.
now a big white box opens, and you should one of those will say screen, or it will say Finder, or it will say desktop, something like that. And you'll see a picture of what your desktop looks like, including usually you'll see all of us because you have a gallery open.
Right. I don't see too many selections.
All right, tell me what you see. What are
I see your picture, and
okay,
then
click on that.
click on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what you have open on your computer, but
Right. This is the
behind.
email
See,
to.
it doesn't show any of the Zoom stuff. It magically blocks out all the Zoom stuff and only shows the rest of what you've got open on your desktop.
Okay.
All right.
How do I close it?
Now find where it says stop share.
Stop share. Oh, okay. That's a good. Oh, stop video.
No, it might be up at the top where it says
Stop share.
Should
Okay.
be a red, yeah.
Okay.
it puts this bar up that has it on it, and you have to find the bar and find where it is.
Okay.
But okay, Pat, do you want to try?
Yeah, I'll try, but I'm really kind of lost here. But I
right,
see I have a green share at the bottom of my.
Yeah, share screen. So try clicking on that.
Okay, I got it.
Big white box opens with various options in it.
Right. It's got document, photo box, Google, and Microsoft OneDrive. Oh, a web URL, screen, camera.
One of them will probably have images rather than being blank. No.
No.
All right, then tell me the options, but slower, so I can follow what you're saying.
Oh boy, I got bumped out. Let me get back. Okay, share. I've got Microsoft OneDrive, Google Drive, Box, Photo, Document, web URL, screen, and camera.
All right, try screen.
Screen, okay.
I'm not sure if it'll work.
Zoom will start capturing everything that's displayed.
Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay.
Oy vey.
Should
Oy
I
vey.
What?
Oy vey. All right. All right. I
Shall I
have
hit
to tell you
cancel?
guys something. I'm helping someone who's on a PC, and she set up Zoom rooms in a way that I cannot figure out. And when I try to go and share my screen, I can't see my desktop. It's driving me crazy. I've been searching all over Google trying to figure out why this is happening. But evidently, occasionally, you cannot see your desktop. You cannot see your screen. I don't know what's causing it. I can't help you with that because I haven't figured it out myself yet.
Okay, well, maybe we can help Pat individually. We'll try a little later.
Yeah,
Well-
anybody that wants to stay after and ask for things that they weren't able to get, will stay around and answer them. But I don't want to spend too much time on everybody, individual, because some people are getting it a little faster. Okay, so now if you want to share just one document, like you've got a picture or the song words, the lyrics to a song, or you want to share a YouTube and you don't want the rest of your desktop to be seen, just open it up so that you can see it before you start the share screen, and it should come up as one of the options to choose.
Yeah.
If it's 95% of the time when we don't have this other problem that I can't figure out. Okay? Does anybody want to practice that? Or do you all, I think all the more advanced people, once you learn how to share screen, you can figure out how to get to, just go through when that white dialog box opens up, look at what all your options are, and one of them will be just sharing that individual document. Okay? All right.
Are you going to have a class at this time next week? Next
Well,
Friday?
wait, hold on. We haven't got to that. And I want to talk a couple more basics. Is another problem I'm hearing about as I help a lot of people who need help on computers, is something doesn't work, and it turns out many of the times that it's because they don't have the latest version of Zoom. They've got some older version that doesn't do this new fancy trick or whatever. So I want to say, if you go up to your Zoom, where your menu is, and you click on Zoom, you'll see check for updates. And basically, whenever Zoom notifies you that you need an update, you should do it. So far, there hasn't been a bad Zoom version.
Okay.
A lot of times I don't update on other things because I've heard things about the new version and I want to stay on the old version. But so far it's been okay with Zoom. You should always agree to update it when it asks you. And if you don't know, then go to check for updates and it will tell you what your version is, and it will look through, you will send messages to the web and find out if you need to update. And so don't do it right now, but at some point it's good to make sure you're on the latest. Sometimes that cures all kinds of problems when you've got the latest version. Okay? All right, save a link to that. Okay, the other thing I want to say before we go to general questions is I help a lot of people with, a lot of beginners, and what they all don't know is if you're stuck ever about anything, you want to know, how do I save my screen? How do I,
Change the
anything?
background.
Just go to Google and type it in at the top. Whenever I don't know how to help someone I'm working with, when I get stuck, I go to Google. And 9 times out of 10, there's like 5 other places people are asking the same question. Sometimes they don't always have the answer, so I have to go to a few of them. Sometimes it says right there, how to do this or that. Google. Just Google it.
That's a good idea.
I almost always get the answer, or I find out nobody knows the answer, and then I can stop looking and say, nobody knows the answer to this. Okay?
And then you figure there is no answer, right?
Well, sometimes there are a bunch of people moaning in chat rooms about why doesn't Zoom do this or that, and then I know, they haven't figured out, or they're waiting for the next. Sometimes I think the companies look in these chat rooms to find out what they have to fix. And so then sometimes the next version it's fixed, sometimes. Okay, that's everything I could think of. Now let's do questions. And if there's a lot of them, I'm going to force you to raise your hand and try raising your hand to ask a question. Because you know how now. Who has a question that I didn't answer? Okay.